Right, right. We biggity back again. Okay, so today in correspondence with the depriving of civil liberties by Boris Yeltsin and his comrades, his buddies, we're going to do something small here. A talk that we did 2017, 3 years ago, to do with Pillion principles. Because what Boris and his buddies are going to use are the new Hitler Youth, or the Bacon Boys in Black, to deprive you of your liberties or your freedoms. Okay? So what I mean by that is, oh shit, it's upside down. Sorry. That way. Is that you need to know who these people are and how to respond to them. That's the only way you're going to deal with them. So I'm going to make this video very short. I could probably do page by page, but this stuff, like we said, is a bit old, but it's irrelevant, right? So for anyone who is new to this game, understand the difference between legal and lawful. That's it, legal and lawful. What these criminals are doing is claiming that everything they do is legal, right? However, what they're doing is not lawful. Something could be perfectly legal, but it's not lawful. Okay? So you're going to break it down like this. Lawful, number one. Okay? Lawful is in accord with the spirit of the law. And I'm not talking about statutes, I'm talking about law. For instance, thou shalt not kill, or should not go around murdering people. That's law. Thou shalt not steal or rape, pillage. That's law. You cannot change it. It doesn't matter where you go in the world. It's going to remain the same. However, this legal business changes depending on where you are because it's not law. These are rules and regulations of a corporate entity, a corporate body, which disguises itself as government. Bullshit, all right? So legal and lawful. Legal is in discord with the law through focusing only on procedural rules. That's all they care about. They don't care about the law. They care about procedural rules, CPRs, you see? So if you try to, we'll get into trying to sue any of these fools. We'll just go down this thing. Okay, number two. In the lawful world, you have an individual called a police constable. He's actually a peace officer, okay? He operates under oath and warrant. If one of these dickheads doesn't have an oath and warrant, he's got no right to arrest you, okay? And this oath and warrant is created under the Constitution. So a police constable derives his powers out of the Constitution. The Constitution is guaranteed or safeguarded by somebody called the Queen. Okay? So the Queen is the defender of the common law. And the common law is enforced by police constables. That is it. On this other side, you have somebody called a police officer. He's not a constable, he's an officer or policy enforcer. His primary function is in enforcing the rules and regulations of a private corporation on living people. That's unlawful, dickhead, idiot. Okay, so these enforcers, they operate by force and duress. That's all they're doing. Created by who knows who, the archons. We call them archons. These automatons, people with no souls. You see, people with no souls. They're the ones in charge of these organizations, or these corporations. Okay, number three, the lawful, the police constable, he operates under the common law of the land, known as England and Wales in this instance. It could be the common law, whichever land you're at or in. Okay? On the legal side, these characters operate under statutory rules and regulations of mercantile, vice, admiralty, color of law. They don't operate under any law. They operate under color of law. Now, for anyone who's in this game who understands the deal, or anyone who needs to research, please go and Google color of law as opposed to law. Then you'll see what we're talking about. Everything they do is presumption, so don't let them scare you with their uniforms or their weapons of death. They have no authority to interfere in your private affairs. No man has authority to interfere in another man's private affairs. So when you're walking down the street trying to catch your son, and an idiot comes over to ask you where you're going or where you're from, you don't need to speak to him. Fool. Right, where are we? 4, right? Breach of the peace is unlawful in the lawful world. So as soon as you breach the peace, you've committed a crime. So the breach of the peace could be just that. A disruption or even threat is a breach of peace. Fraud is a breach of peace, you see? That's how they gain jurisdiction over you, a police constable. If you breach the peace, the police constable has a duty. He's got no choice but to arrest you, all right? On this other side, the legal side, the police officer, implied contract is legal. All they're looking for is an implied contract. And this contract is created by something called a pretensive joinder. They're going to ask you 3 things to take away your mind, body, and soul. What's your name, date of birth, and address? That's all they're looking for. Once they get that, they're going to charge that account. That's it. That's legal business. It's bullshit. Okay? Number 5, duty of care towards the living man is an obligation. A police constable has a duty of care towards living man. On the other side, a legal officer, what do you call them? Police enforcers. The exercise of statutory powers is discretionary. All powers are discretionary. People need to understand the difference between powers and duty. A duty is not a power. Power is not a duty. Right now, Boris Yeltsin and his comrades have given these people powers, which are discretionary and a privilege. Okay? So powers doesn't mean anything until you consent, until you comply. Okay? You have not breached the peace. They should not breach your peace to tell you what to do, what to think, what to wear, where to go. None of their fucking business. Where are we? Number 6. In the real world, in a lawful world, you are innocent until you're proven guilty or culpable. There's no guilty. You're innocent until proven culpable. In the fake world, the world of the magistrate's court and the police enforcers, you're guilty until proven not guilty. And guilty, whether you plead anyway, you should not be pleading for anyone. No man pleads to another man. F you, okay? Guilty is a guild. Guild is gold, all right? So gold and guild is a private members guild. That's called a bar guild, right? When you're guilty, it simply means you're a member of the guild. If you're not guilty, you're still a member of the guild, however you're being belligerent. So you're going to lose your case anyway. So you don't plead, you tell them where to go. You tell them to prove their authority before you can plead. That's a legal process. It's called an interlocutory issue. So you, Mr. Pretender, please prove under what law and by what authority you're operating, and then I'll answer your stupid questions, dickhead. Where are we? Number 7. Police constables, they operate in honor, okay? And the police constables, operating in honor, they offer a sense of assurance and security. So when you see a police constable, what we used to be called Bobby on the beat. So when you see this guy on the street, you'd feel comfortable and assured and secure. On this other side, this dickheads called officers, they operate in complete dishonor. Okay? They operate in breach of their oath to treat everybody fairly. They impose a sense of dread, apprehension, and fear. Nowadays, when you see these bacon boys, you don't want to talk to them. Whereas we'd love to speak to the officer on the beat, on the street. We speak to him, say hello, make sure he's okay because he's taking care of us. These fuckers, we don't give a shit about these fuckers in the stupid vans. Okay? These cocksuckers, we don't care about them because they're in dishonor. Okay? As soon as we see them in their vans, and I mean, in the old days, if there was two people arguing on the street, a police constable would come up there and stop it and tell one guy, you go this way and you go that way. If you fight again, I'm going to arrest you. Okay? These idiots, when they see two people fighting on the street, 20 of them show up in their ninja uniform and their weapons and helicopters and attack these people. These guys are out of control. Motherfuckers. Right. This is the oath. Anyone who's interested in the cocksucker's oath, this is what it is. I do solemnly and sincerely, declare and affirm that I will well and truly serve the flipping queen in the office of constable. Right? That's what they swear to. They're going to serve the queen in the office of constable. That's the queen, common law. Why are they imposing statutes which are not from the queen but from parliament, which is a collection of lawyers, right, politicians? Why are they imposing the rules of these politicians on the people where they've taken an oath to serve under the common law? But that's page number 1. All right? I mean, I have tons of this shit to deal with these fuckers. But we're going to get finish number 8 and explain to you what it is, the two jurisdictions, right? Under the common law, you have something called Her Majesty, the Queen Elizabeth II of the House of Windsor. That's that rickety old woman, supposedly, under the common law, appointing police constables to preserve the peace. All right? On this other side, you have another Her Majesty. This is the second Her Majesty, it's a crown corporation, right? It's Her Majesty, the Queen, in right of England, right? This is the crown corporation of the City of London. Same characters with Serco, G4, G4S, all of them together. Now, you are being run by G4S. They're masquerading as police constables. They're not police constables. So people, the coconut virus is a fake virus intended to take away your civil liberties. Please make sure you know how to deal with these actors calling themselves police enforcers. So if they do stop you on the street, you know exactly what to say to them. So I'm going to start you up like this. This is the first one, just so you know what the police are. I'm going to do more of how to deal with them. We have case law after case law after case law. In fact, I can find one that shows they shouldn't be messing with you. Where is it? Article 2. I mean, there's so much. As far as written legislation is concerned, you see, there's so much case law that everything they do is wrong straight away. For instance, let me find just one here. There's so many. Let me find one that's relevant. Right. This is a good one. Some of the stuff here. If you need to see the case law specifically, then you can freeze this video and go and look it up. But here is some of it. Even if an arrest or stop and search can be justified by the police. So they can justify by saying, oh, there's a coconut virus and we've been told to arrest people. By the way, no police constable can be ordered to arrest anyone. They do it by their own discretion, right? But let's assume that they want to justify they're stopping you and interfering with your private matters because they've been told so, okay? Even if they do that, a claim of false imprisonment may still succeed in the legal fiction world if it can be shown that the legal requirements of the time of arrest had not been complied with. So that's all you're looking for, right? So when they arrest you, you ask him, are you a legal officer? Okay? Are you a legal officer? If you don't know anything about legal, don't arrest me. You have to be a legal officer to arrest me, to be a police officer. If you're unaware, if you're not a legal officer, you need to piss off and go and learn some legal stuff before you come and talk to me. Okay? So that's the game that's up now. The game, you're going to find progressively that these police enforcers will try and deprive you of your rights, whether you're driving around or walking around, they're going to try and mess with you. Make sure you hold them personally accountable for trying to impose some ridiculous statutes on a living man. Okay? I hope that's clear enough for now. We're going to keep it moving. Take it to black on your monkey ass. Go wash your ass. Stay indoors. I don't think so. Take it to black on your monkey ass.